Hello and welcome to another episode of our Speakeasy podcast. As always, I'm John.
And I'm Ken. What's up, guys?
How do you like my voice? It's my game show voice.
It's your radio voice.
My radio voice.
Hello.
Although I'm starting to sound like Jerry Seinfeld. Weird.
Hey, I know, right?
What's going on?
Not much, man. Not much. It's been a little bit.
Yes,
Lot's been going on. Everything's been, it's been a busy world out there.
It's finally February. January's over. January felt like the longest month of my life.
It is a long month,
Right?
And it's always long because you're always inside. Like you don't want to leave the house. You don't want to step outside because it's either cold or messy or salts all over the freaking roads. If you live in our area, I mean, the people who are listening in other parts of the world, might not be dealing with the headaches we deal with.
Who knows? If you live in New Orleans, I mean, I think you had snow, right? Atlanta had snow.
Yes.
The world's coming to an end or something.
Yeah,
Everything's weird's happening.
That's right. They did get it over there a little while.
It was like 5 degrees in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah. Like, how weird is that?
Yes.
They don't own coats down there.
Yeah, when this global warming kicking in, baby?
Yeah. So strange.
I'm getting there's a bunch of people cursing at us right now. Like, global warming? What are you trying to say?
Yeah, no such thing.
But yeah, it's been a little bit. It's hopefully, March will be coming before we know it. February's a short month, only 28 days, unless it's a leap year, which I don't think it is. I think we had our leap year last year or something.
It ends the 28th, yes.
So we're good to go. Almost there.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, well, today we are doing something. I would say in the past this would have been different, but not too long ago we had that Willet.
Yeah.
Bourye.
Yeah. This will be our third, right? Bourye that we're doing?
Yes, because we've had the High West Bourye.
Yeah.
Which is the only one that's actually called, I think, Bourye.
Right.
The other ones aren't really called that. And this is called the Bourbon Rye. So blended straight whiskeys. This is Knob Creek, people. And this is their Bourbon Rye, like I just said. And it's coming in at 113 proof, 56.5% alcohol. Oh, do I tell you the notes? Do I say, John, these are the notes it says on the bottle?
Oh, it says it on there?
It does. But I almost wish I didn't read it. So maybe I don't want to tell you.
All right, don't tell me. I'll see if I can figure it out. Although you're better at that than I am.
And I think you do pretty
me.
well with it. They're actually making they're taking, what it looks like what they're doing is they're taking their 9-year-old bourbon and mixing it in with their 7-year-old rye that they have. So these are bottles they have already.
So it's 16 years. Excellent.
Yes,
Excellent.
it's a 16-year. So it's 30% Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, 70% Kentucky straight rye whiskey. Interesting, 70%.
Yeah.
Because that's it's already putting something in my head now. It's already telling me something.
Yeah.
That I think, and I wish I didn't read that now because now I'm going to think it's very rye forward.
Yeah, it's going to be very for 70%. It's got to be very forward.
Yeah.
If not, it's going to be a disappointment, to tell you the truth.
It's like I want that rye now, but I want to be able to taste that bourbon. I want to be able to taste both. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So this is a fresh crack. I have never had it. I was telling John before this. I just came across it at a local liquor store, and there was one bottle left on the shelf, and I said, I'm like, I want to kind of try this. I haven't seen it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I gave my wife a fresh crack the other night.
Of what?
That's how I keep her in line. I'm just joking to all you feminists. And my wife, I'm joking.
So you didn't actually give her any kind of whiskey or anything?
No. I actually tried. I was having a bourbon the other night, and I tried. It was the low proof, and but she wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Well, such is life. Let's get this nose. I'm not getting a strong rye presence.
I was just about to say the same. It doesn't smell rye forward.
Yeah.
It smells kind of sweet, actually.
I mean, there's some spice to it, but yeah, I'm a little woody. More like a toasted oak.
I'm getting the cinnamon, though. I'm getting that little bit of big red in there.
I'm getting a hint of mint, which would be your rye.
It smells like I'm getting a little bit like cherry cola out of it.
I'm getting a little black tea. Okay. Let's taste.
Let's taste. Yeah, I told you my nose is. All right. It doesn't taste like it smells. I taste the rye now that I taste it, but it's not a 70% rye forward.
Yeah.
It's very good.
I agree. It's not a 70%. And keep in mind, people, this is a fresh crack. This might be a totally different whiskey in a matter of a couple weeks.
It's got legs.
It didn't breathe. It didn't do any of that fun stuff. So
Definitely has legs. Look at that.
it does. It's got, as far as, I mean, it's got nice, decent color. Not super, super light. Like kind of a medium. Body is about the same. About a medium body. Like John said, he's seen some legs on there. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's
Having trouble with this one.
yeah, and I think it's in the mouth. It's semi-viscous, you know.
Very good.
Yeah.
I do get that rye, man. I get that rye. I get that like.
I get more rye on that finish. I feel like going
Yeah.
down, I'm kind of getting more of that oak, that oaky, that
You're right. It's like very toasty.
slight. I don't think you've named any of the notes on the bottle, by the way.
No.
And I'm going to start throwing some out there. And I don't know if it's because I read it or whatever, but on the finish, I'm getting a little bit of that peppery taste.
Yeah.
There's two common notes that are on the bottle that we haven't said.
Two common notes that are common to bourbon and rye.
Common to bourbon.
Common to bourbon. So it'll be that vanilla.
Mm-hmm. And
I feel like the rye hides the vanilla.
yeah,
Caramel?
yeah,
Really? That's kind of
yeah. It says
typical, like...
notes of vanilla, caramel, and pepper.
I am getting the pepper.
Yeah, the pepper finish I get.
Getting the pepper.
The vanilla, it's more like I get the vanilla, but it's very woody vanilla.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
very
yeah,
woody,
yeah.
hints of, just a hint. Like if you were taking that oak and you had that vanilla soaking in an oak barrel for a while, and then you added that to it. Very, very oaky, very woody.
And it's not caramel forward to me, in my opinion.
Caramel, I'm missing that. I'm missing that. I'm not really getting that caramel on this. Nothing fruity.
No.
Nothing fruity. Nothing floral.
No, not at all.
Maybe a little earthy. Hints maybe of tobacco, but I don't know. I could be wrong on that one.
I think that straight up, that rye, that peppery. Yeah. I mean, that's the note, man. That's it. That hits it right on the head. The oaky, the definitely the pepper. Now that's in my head. Definitely the pepper. Mm-hmm. You feel it in your throat. Yeah, throat.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm not getting that crazy sweetness you would get from like a regular bourbon.
No.
I think it's more spice forward. I definitely think it leans a little bit more towards the rye, and I don't know if that's a mental thing because we know what the breakdown is of it.
I mean, if you didn't say it was a Bourye and just told me it was a straight up rye, I'd be like, this is a good rye.
It'd be a good contender if you were throwing it into a blind, though. I think.
Yeah.
I think it would be. I think it's good enough to contend with bourbons if you want to throw that in the mix. But yes, because there are some high rye bourbons, obviously.
Sure.
So which could always be the case as well. So
good stuff.
Yeah, it is. It's good. I commend their effort. Knob Creek does make some solid stuff. Yeah. Cool.
Good stuff.
Good
Appreciate
stuff.
It. Thanks, Knob Creek.
Yeah. I haven't had a knob in a while.
You're not getting one now. Unless you fill me up.
Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
All right.
So, we've had a lot. It's been busy, man, since we've last spoken, right? There's a lot of stuff going on in the world today.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot going on with...
We had the inauguration.
Yes.
Well, it's a couple weeks now, but...
Yeah. But
things have happened since then.
We haven't talked as much on it,
Yeah, things have happened since then.
But, yes. Trump has done a decent amount of signing. I mean,
he's done a lot of signing.
That guy probably has carpal tunnel or something right
he's
now
got
because
he's
he's done a lot. Did you see that what's her name? The video of
Selena Gomez.
yeah, Selena
They're
Gomez.
crying. Oh,
So what does she
shut up.
do? What does she do? Does she like say, hold on, let me get this going here.
Yeah.
Hit record. Okay, record. Oh wait, did I hit record?
Eye drops.
Oh.
Eye drops.
Eye jobs.
Yeah, that was the worst acting I've ever seen on a human being.
Yeah, does she think she's getting an Oscar for that one or what?
Yeah.
But
Listen, he came in and he's doing what he said, man. I
Yes.
mean, ICE was up by me, knocking down doors or doing whatever they're doing. They're hitting up schools,
yeah.
working places. You go to Home Depot, man. There's no laborers to be found.
Yeah.
You're doing your own painting and your own shower and your own mason work.
Yeah. Yep. Well, here's the thing. Like you just said, John. You said he did what he said he was going to do.
He did right away.
Majority of the country voted for him, and they knew what exactly was going to happen.
Yep, and he did it.
That was part of the plan. So can we get mad at him? Can we get upset with him? Can we say, can anyone really?
Can anybody be, shocked? I mean,
Yeah.
how are you not expected of? Like, you knew it was coming.
Yeah. My only thing is this. I think if it's like high school and someone is like, might be in a gang, because you could be in a gang, and you could be in a Mexican gang at 13 years old. You could be in a whatever. So I could see that maybe. If you have to go into a school and pick someone up because they're part of or affiliated with some kind of gang and go into the school, like an elementary school or something like that, I don't think so. You can scar every kid for life doing something like that.
You know which one I don't agree with, though? I don't agree with the if you were born here and your parents aren't, like, kind of legal status,
Yeah.
that your U.S. citizenship is done.
Okay.
I mean, at least I'm not sure 100%. It should be grandfathered, though. If somebody's here for like 15 years and your parents did it the wrong way, but you're
Yeah, but John, they also had 15 years to try to become a citizen too, no? Or
the parents, yes,
all of
but the
them.
child is a U.S. citizen because they were born here already.
No.
They're kind of like
No.
changing that status up.
If you and your wife, you see your wife is pregnant,
Right.
and you fly to Ireland.
Right.
She gives birth in Ireland.
Right.
Does that mean the kid's an Irish citizen?
Well, no, but I believe in the U.S. though, if you are born here, I believe you're born with a birth certificate that you are a U.S.
I don't think so.
I think that was the whole thing of him signing that bill. That
Yeah.
right now the courts are. No,
Yeah.
am I wrong? Did I read that wrong?
I'm not sure, but this is my philosophy on that. I think that they shouldn't kick the children out, even though they can kick the parent. They're going to all go anyways, regardless. Because if the parents are going, then the kids might go, unless they have a family member that's been
Right.
a citizen or something along those lines. But I think that they need to at least give the child an opportunity. Depends how old. If there's plenty of these that are like 18 years old or whatever they
That's
are.
what I'm saying. If they're older, I mean, I
At
feel like that's
least maybe give them the opportunity to try to become a citizen. Hey, listen,
yeah.
we know you've lived here your whole life. We know everything. Here's what you need to do: become a citizen. You need to get it done.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. We're going to check up on you in whatever amount of time.
Right.
We'll follow up with you. But yes, I think I wouldn't be opposed to something like that. Personally, where they have
and
that.
if you're 2 or
opportunity.
3 years old, you're a baby. You're staying with your parents. See,
Yeah.
you're gone.
Yes.
But if you've established yourself here for quite a while,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, it's tough because you know the expression "one bad apple ruins it for the rest."
Absolutely.
If crimes weren't being committed, if gangs weren't coming in, if fentanyl wasn't being pushed in, if child trafficking wasn't happening or any of this stuff, it wouldn't be a concern. Like it probably would never have become the issue that it's become.
Right.
When we have new bills passed and laws passed or whatever because young girls were raped and murdered, then sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, we can't take that chance.
You ruined it for everybody.
Yeah, we can't take that chance. We can't, and that's the thing. Under the Biden administration, it's on them.
Yeah. Oh, 100% it's on them.
Things were going in the direction where we were keeping out. Once Biden came in, the masses came in. And
But this
that
goes
became the
even
issue.
way back before that. I
Yep.
mean, there was a grid that had. Even you saw that speech Barack Obama gave, where these people cannot come in. We will deport you. Blah 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 blah. I mean, between Obama and I believe either Bush or even Biden, more people were deported more than Trump's first term.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
more people were taken from America and sent back.
Yeah.
So I don't. It's okay if you do it, but it's not
Yeah.
okay if somebody else does it. Like
Yeah.
you know.
And I'll say I've worked with people in the past that came into the country illegally,
Yep. And we both have, yeah.
and I've also saw some that actually said, "I'm becoming a citizen."
Yeah.
And they were going through the proper ways of doing it, you know. And the one was going to school. He was doing. They were getting paychecks, you know.
And we also had some that we would pay ourselves, and they would collect it and collect it and collect it. Live in an apartment with 35 people,
Yeah.
and then take an early retirement at the age of 35.
Yes.
Take all that money that they made.
I know, and
then
that was
see ya.
always the big issue with it, is that they're getting American money and they're shipping it back to their country for their family.
And they go home to a mansion.
We need American money to be spent in America.
Yeah.
And that's something we have to always remember as well. It's not helping our economy when that money. It's not helping the United
that money
States.
needs to be recycled.
It's not helping the United States when the taxes aren't getting paid, and everyone else has got to front those taxes.
Yeah.
It's not helping the country.
I mean, the same with the babies that are coming and the reproductive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're having babies left and right, and
Yeah,
they're not paying for it.
yeah. That's part of the issue. I mean,
Not to sound cruel or come off.
it's sad. It is
know,
sad.
it is sad
It's
because-
sad to hear what some of these people are going through.
But
and
like you
everything,
said,
but-
some of them come in, they're bad apples, and they ruin it for everybody
Yes.
else. You know, we've seen and supported a
Yeah.
lot of these people.
Well, back to Selena Gomez with her in a crying fit, whatever she do. What about these kids who are being trafficked? What about that? Why aren't you crying for them?
yeah,
You know, and the kids that are, you know, or the families that are dealing with their kids dying from fentanyl and this and that. What, you know, like there's more to cry about. You know, no one's taking their lives. They're going back to a familiar. A lot of them are going back to a familiar country. They know where they're from. They know what's going on. That's where they grew up. Yeah, it may suck, but as people, they got to make the change.
and they'll have a shot to come back legally. I mean, everybody is. I mean, you're not going to be you know, blacklisted. I'm
Or
sure.
go to Canada. They love people. They'll take anyone up
The
there.
51st state,
Yeah, they'll take anyone up there.
cross over the Gulf of America.
Did you see the craziness though? On a different topic though, about all the cutbacks and everything that's going on lately. What do they spend, like $50 million or something crazy amount on condoms for people in Gaza? What is that about, man?
No more population, man.
And just the stuff. There was something about squirrels or something in there about counting squirrels. There's some.
I don't know what
There
that-
was some ridiculous money being spent. if I mean, we were both small business owners, and we know if America was a small business, they would and they didn't have to rely on free money from the taxpayers, they'd be screwed.
Yeah, yeah.
They'd be screwed on the spending they do. You know, in small business, you gotta count every penny. You're like, okay, we can't spend. No, we can't do this. We can't do that. You know, you got to manage your money better. And I think that's what the whole thing with Elon Musk. I think that's why he came on board. He's like, well, I'm gonna help. You know.
He rubs me. He's starting to rub me a little wrong, though.
Yeah.
I'm becoming not a fan. He's a weird dude.
Well, he's got Asperger's, so he's not.
Does he?
Yeah, he's not the. He's socially awkward. Don't take it the wrong way. Is the best way to put it.
I just don't like sometimes what he posts. So let's get into. There was a tragic accident.
Yeah.
Just last night. A black.
A few nights ago.
A few nights ago.
Yeah.
A Black Hawk helicopter crashed into a passenger, American Airlines plane.
Yeah.
Killing everybody.
Yeah.
And the first thing he tweeted the following morning was, "This was what do you say? This was deliberate."
Really?
I'm sorry, man. I watched the video.
Yeah.
It looks funny because the helicopter. I don't know if you saw the video.
No, I didn't.
Goes right into the plane.
Yeah.
But I just don't think there was any. And I don't think it was deliberate at all.
It's weird because the technology nowadays, the plane and the helicopter should have gotten 8 million alerts that said, "This is what's happening."
Right.
You're about to crash.
What I've read from military leaders and people who actually fly those things and air traffic controllers, because I've been listening for the past few days.
Yeah.
that sometimes like a 3-man crew is in these things and they're doing nighttime work. They have their night vision goggles on because all lights are off.
Yeah.
They're looking at their control panels.
So was it Was it nighttime?
It was night. Yeah, it was like 9 o'clock, something like that.
Okay.
And they said that sometimes they're busy looking at their controls. They're not looking out because it's just what they do.
Shouldn't
the
a
helicopter
helicopter
flies
not
itself.
Shouldn't a helicopter not be in airplane space, if you know what I mean? Like,
well, that comes down to the air traffic controllers, basically.
Yeah.
And from what they're saying is that is such a crazy airspace right there. There's
Yeah.
so many planes and stuff coming in and out.
and avoiding
helicopters.
the certain was it DC? Was it near?
Yeah, it was
avoiding
Ronald
DC.
Reagan.
They can't.
Yeah.
They can't necessarily fly over.
And they just allowed more flights to come in and out of there because it's so busy
Yeah.
that even the air traffic controllers, who a lot of them were cut,
All right.
they're not paying for them anymore. There was too much commotion going on. They said that the military guys couldn't even really hear. It was them that crashed into the plane. It had nothing to do with the plane. And it's tragic, man. It's tragic.
It is.
I just don't see any deliberate move behind it.
Yeah,
I think it was an accident.
I think he's too. Yes, he was probably too quick to throw that out there, and he was too quick to
I mean, even running out like a maniac that day, doing like, all right, dude, think about what you're doing.
Yeah.
I know.
Be careful
They all
what you do here, man. You're gonna get.
I know. But you see Tim Waltz like doing this, and that's Tim Waltz like hitting his heart. That's what they were comparing it to. Tim Waltz did this 130 times during the campaign.
Well, I honestly don't think he meant. I don't think he's a.
No.
I think people take things way out of context.
They do,
yeah.
but sometimes you have to be careful of what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when
you're in the spotlight.
Yes, he's earned that position now where he's got a little bit more attention. I mean, the guy probably had a ton of attention before this, but still, he's got even more attention now because of where he is. He's in front of the nation all the time. But yeah, I think he's a bit much sometimes with some of the posts. I did see, interestingly enough, I know we're covering a lot today, people, but did you watch the Robert F. Kennedy, whatever, they were kind of interviewing him and stuff like that at the Senate?
When he talked about Trump liking McDonald's? No, I didn't see that one. No.
Well, it was interesting because one of the questions that I picked up on that was very interesting, and I kind of like the way he answered it. They said, "Are you a conspiracy theorist?" or something along those lines. He's like, "What, like basically define conspiracy." He's like, "Are you talking about are the vaccines 100%? Were they 100% effective?" When I said they weren't, and this and that, he's like, "Are you saying that red dye causing cancer?" When I said that, are you talking about those And it's because they're no longer conspiracies anymore.
Right, they're legit.
Yes, and I was like, interesting.
Were you talking about my brother?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Have you seen that?
Well, that's
all
uncle.
coming out now.
That's his uncle.
Oh, his uncle. Yeah, you're right.
And his dad, maybe.
And his dad.
Yeah.
Now they're showing the video of it's the driver of the car, whoever he is, like turning around and fucking shooting him, and then they're slowing down the video, and you see the pop here with the blood splatter instead of here. It's all crazy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I just heard about this. I had this same conversation.
Because Trump wants to start blowing up all the conspiracy theories.
And I heard something about like another conspiracy, something with the YMCA song on Guantanamo Bay, Gitmo, and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's some kind of like, there's some far-fetched ones, but but they are sending a lot of the deportations to Guantanamo.
Right. I was just gonna say, I just read something that they're reopening that place or something. They're sending all these people there.
I don't know, man.
Shit.
I'm not sure exactly, but
and the YMCA. The song or the place where we go to swim?
I had a conversation with someone recently, and someone who lives in the area, and I'll be honest with you, I was a little tipsy at the time, so I didn't really. He was telling me, and as much as I thought I was absorbing it at the time, I don't remember. I remember there was a conversation about it.
No, the gay construction worker.
I'm sure you can Google Guantanamo Bay and YMCA or something, and something. I'm not sure.
The police officer in chaps came and took him away.
Yeah, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot of changes in the government happening with new people coming in there, people taking over certain things. And the only thing with Robert F. Kennedy, though, the only thing I would say, he's not a doctor, though, right? He's not. So it's like, I
don't know what the hell he is.
It'd be nice to see someone that has that kind of credentials.
Well, you won't see Dr. Fauci. He's gone.
Oh yes, he.
But
is.
He's been pardoned. He didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
But he's been pardoned.
Exactly.
That's what drives me crazy.
Yeah.
You claim he did nothing wrong, he did everything right. Then why are you pardoning the guy? Because you know an investigation's about to happen?
Yeah.
Because you know they're going to go after him?
That is wrong. I don't think you should be able to pardon someone
That has
before anything's happened.
Right.
Yes, that is just shady all in and of itself. And I mean, Biden did it though. He pardoned a lot of.
He sure did. His whole family was pardoned.
And the interesting
James Biden was pardoned. Who the hell is James Biden? And what did he do?
Maybe his brother.
Yeah, but why were you pardoned?
And the interesting thing, too, because I know they gave Trump a hard time by pardoning a lot of the J6 people, and they said, well, this person did this and this and that. And basically the response that they gave was, yeah, he's pardoning them, but we don't feel like the judicial system did them the right way. They may have done something wrong, but the way they were tried was not right.
Yeah.
So they're basically, that's why they're almost like they're saying that, that's why we just had to, it's easier just to pardon them.
Right. And I don't think it's a lot of them I don't think were pardons where, nothing ever happened, go on your way. I think they were more like time served.
Yeah.
They're still going to be on their records.
Yeah.
But it's more like time served. There's a word for it, consummating or
consummation.
Consummation. I don't know what it was.
Let's consummate this marriage.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
But yeah. I mean, it's exciting in ways. It's scary in ways to see all the changes happening.
It's just everything's happening so fast. It's hard to keep up with.
Yeah. I just hope the stock market goes up and everything there, It's been okay, I think. There's a couple down days.
I just want eggs to go down. Spending $15.
Well, that's the bird flu. The bird flu is the big issue right now.
Let's pardon the birds. Maybe they'll get better.
Well, they do. They have to kill a bunch of birds, man. They have to kill like a ton of them because of bird flu. And what happens is these birds, these chickens and whatever, they have the bird flu, they poop, and, well, the other birds don't realize what they're eating sometimes, and they get a little poo-poo in their mouth. And that bird flu just goes on to the next bird, and the next bird, and it's just too much of a risk to take any chances with the humans.
I want my eggs.
Yeah, I know. It would be excellent.
Excellent.
Yes. What else? I mean, is that everything as far as that we wanted to cover on that? I feel like there's more. We could always come back to it, though.
We could talk about 9/11. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, it was a while ago. I'm sure there's conspiracy theories with that, too, as well.
I was talking... since we bring it up, I was talking to my coworker today, actually.
Yeah.
She comes over to me, and she's a big Trump fan, and we're talking about the helicopter crash and all the conspiracies now that are coming out.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't believe in conspiracies, really. I'm not a conspiracy guy. Yeah. I go, but sometimes when people talk to you about them, they can get you thinking.
Yeah.
And I said, one huge one that sticks out to me is the whole 9/11 thing where the pilot of the plane, it just so happens like his passport or his ID was like fine, like that they found on the ground. Meanwhile, there's not even a piece of metal from the plane that all disintegrated. Yet they found they were able to know who he was because they found his license or I don't know, something stupid.
Yeah, that's weird.
Why did that survive?
I always thought it was weird the way the building came down and it kind of almost looked like it was imploded. Like it was too.
But then the architects say it was built that way because if it tipped over, it would have caused more damage than if it came straight down.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That big building falling on people is gonna.
Yeah, but it's almost like to me it'd make more sense if the crash was towards the bottom of the building and then everything fell like that, right? Or no?
Well, no, because it started to fall where the plane crashed.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is, to fall like that, there was really, it was a huge building.
Yeah.
And what I'm getting at is if you have a block of Jengas or something and you just knock off the top, then just the top comes off. But if you do the bottom,
well, no, because it came down straight. As the floors plummeted, the weight they couldn't handle the weight,
I got you.
And
I
don't know. Then you'll look at people or you go on YouTube and you look at the explosions. They start from the bottom and they go up, and
yeah, I don't know. The other thing was the whole thing, which is a little bit controversial recently in the government, was the whole transgender thing in the military and all that stuff as well. But also, I learned too that a lot of these people are getting the surgeries and stuff paid by the government.
government,
They're getting loaded up on a bunch of medication and things of that sort.
Same with prisoners. They're able to
Yeah.
get these surgeries and be able to transition, and
Yeah.
who's paying for it? The
Yeah.
public and
Yeah, that's the whole thing. If you want to, if that's your cup of tea, like, why am I paying for it? You know, why are you paying? Why is anyone else paying for the life decisions you're making that aren't really necessary for the public to pay for? You
and
know?
I believe he also set an age limit.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that parents aren't.
I've
taking
heard a
their little
lot of
kids
stories
and-
about that,
yeah.
about kids who grew up and they're like, I wish I never did this. Wish I never had this done.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're 4 or 5 years old. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't know.
Well, that is a definite no-no.
That, to me, that's child abuse. Like,
Yes, it is.
Let the
And-
child make that decision.
Well, the child has to
They're
develop,
older.
go through puberty, do all that stuff. Let them. It's not uncommon for kids to be emotionally all over the place. That's just being a child.
Yeah.
To be, think this way, think that way, feel that way one day, cry one day, not be angry the next day, anything of the sort. Parents that condone this behavior sicken me, to be quite honest. That push this behavior where they say you can do this and you can do that. No. Don't plant things in these kids' heads, because then parents.
It's child abuse.
Yes, the kids look up to their parents like they are the savior. They look at parents like that's all they know a lot of times in life.
Yeah.
And when you have someone that they're supposed to trust and they're supposed to rely on to make decisions, to feed you every day, to buy you food, not to buy you surgery.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I think that's sick, to be quite
100%.
honest with you.
I agree.
Messing with children like that.
We probably lost 500 people right there, but that's okay.
No, I think anyone who listens to us now at this point kind of knows what we're about.
Yeah, absolutely.
At this point. But anyways, this episode, we wanted to talk about what's happening this coming Sunday.
Yeah, you want to crack open a beer?
Let's have our beer while we're
Let's
doing
crack
it.
open a beer, because what are you drinking on Super Bowl? You're going to be drinking a beer.
Beer.
All right. So I got a Manafirkin. Manafirkin beer.
I feel like I'm cursing when I say that.
Right, it's a Manafirkin beer. Manafirkin Brewing Company. This is called Badge Checker.
Mm-hmm.
You check your badge when you go on the beach. It's a Czech-style Pilsner. This is low, man. I mean, this is lower
Well,
than like
Pilsners
but this is lower than like a Coors Light. This is like a White Claw. This is 3.8% alcohol.
Yeah.
And if you don't know where Manafirkin is, it's in Manahawkin.
Manahawkin has Manafirkin.
Yeah.
Manahawkin, New Jersey.
Yes, man. Down the shore. Why is that? Can I do that?
Pour it quick.
Don't know.
Chickadee check yourself with this Czech beer. Czech style beer.
This is actually going to be my first beer in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since the last time, yeah.
Today,
saw you,
I didn't have
which was only a week.
I didn't have any bourbon Monday. I didn't have any bourbon Tuesday. And then yesterday, I wasn't going to have any either. But then my wife went out to dinner with her friends, and I was like sitting in the basement by myself after I put my son down. I was like, I was doing a bunch of projects around the house. I was like, you know what, I'm having a bourbon.
I don't know, man. If I was down here, I'd be taking a sip of everything every night.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. I got to try to not do that. It's difficult.
Let's try this, and then I actually have a bourbon comment that just it's silly, but I just want to.
Okay, let's talk about this brouhaha.
All right, Manafirkin, 3.8 Czech Pilsner. Let's see how it is.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It smells. It smells
Smelly.
firkinly.
It smells like a firkin.
Smells firkin good. Okay.
I am. Yep. You go.
Okay. It's got the properties of a Czech Pilsner, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's there with that. Color's a little interesting. It's almost a little hazy. Looking at it, I'm looking through your glass because you have but I should look through mine. It's not, it's got a little haze to it. Nice bubbles, nice carbonation. Taste wise, I feel like I said, it's Czech to me. Going down, not too bad. Not one of my favorites, but not too bad.
I don't like the linger.
The linger.
The lingering taste that's there.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like.
I was going to get to that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the aftertaste is a little something there.
Yeah.
I
Good
don't know.
going down.
Yeah.
The linger is not so much.
You don't have
Where it's like
to.
I almost want to wash it down with something else.
You don't have to let it
Got to
linger.
let it linger. You have to when you have to.
Yeah, it's got almost a bitter, little bit of that bitter finish that and the bitterness lingers. I guess that's kind of my opinion.
Yeah.
I think where it lingers a little bit too long. Something there, but
No, that's all right.
yeah, not bad, not
I mean, it's
bad.
Not the worst thing I've ever had.
Represent Jersey here, yeah.
Representing Manafirkin.
Manafirkin. But yeah, back to football.
Oh yeah, but quick, I just want to say, I've recently come in contact with not contact. What am I saying?
Alien?
Yeah, I've got the ghost of my grandmother. She visits me at night. I've recently got a bottle of Eagle Rare. Which was like my first love, right?
Where'd you get it?
I got it actually for Christmas.
Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
did mention this. Yes.
And I finally opened it,
Yeah.
and I had my sip,
Yeah.
and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's good.
But it's different now because it's a lighter proof bourbon, and I like the higher proof bourbon.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's weird to me. You know what I mean? Not that it's bad, because Eagle Rare will always be my love. That was my first bottle I've ever finished.
Yeah.
But it's just so funny how like we've evolved, and we were talking about this before, like with somebody else we were talking about, and I'm looking for the higher proof now.
Yeah.
You know, I'll drink Eagle Rare
Boozy.
anytime you give it to me.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just funny how I was like, I can't wait, and then I was like, oh,
Yeah.
just a low proof bourbon.
Yeah, it's a nice sipper though. You know,
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my Eagle Rare. Man.
depends. You're probably looking for a little more of that Kentucky hug.
You're looking for that hug now.
Yeah.
And you know what? If the hug's not there, that's okay, because you don't got to get shit faced every night. You know what I
No.
mean? You don't got to.
No, you don't. No.
But it's just funny how the evolution of the bourbon proof
Yeah.
goes through you when you start drinking a lot of it.
Yeah. And that's to piggyback on what John's saying. Don't always go for the big name brands. Don't always go for your Buffalo Trace products. Don't always, there's some good stuff out there that is just as good, if not better, than some of the stuff. Like, I've been seeing better deals on some more highly allocated bourbons, decent enough, where I'm kind of just passing on it now, because I can't find myself able to say that when I spend, if I were to spend $400 or $500 for a bottle, that it's that many times more better than a $50 bottle.
Right.
I just don't see that happening. The only reason I would say I'd get it is just, well, if it's an investment, if I was collecting and could maybe resell it at a higher price later on, or just a cool factor. Hey, look, I got a bottle of this, that's going to sit and collect dust on my freaking, forever. Because I refuse to open some of those higher ends that I, got at decent prices, because I don't know. Once you open it, then you're like, no, it's not. It has no value. I may sell it in the future.
And if it sucks, it's a disappointment factor.
Yeah. True that. True that.
But no, for all you bourbon drinkers, man, if you come across an Eagle Rare for a good price, man, pick it up.
Yeah.
It's still a great bourbon.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking in my head how funny how like the evolution is,
It's an evolution, baby.
Yeah.
So let's talk about our football right here, because I think that was supposed to be the main topic for today, but now we're kind of getting a little into this.
Super Bowl Sunday's coming up this week.
Super Bowl
folks.
Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday is coming up.
Football
Who's going to
season's
win?
Over. Oh God. We know who's going to win.
Kansas City.
Yeah, it's been planned since August who is going to win this plan.
Yeah, the refs are making sure of that.
It's like WWE now.
Yeah.
Come on. It's a joke.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And I hate Philly, man.
I hate Philly as well.
Let
me rephrase this. I don't hate Philly. I'm not a big fan of Philly fans.
I used to say I hate the fans.
Yeah.
I hate the
Did you
fans.
see someone died recently?
Yeah. You celebrate, you fall off of that big pole. Guess what?
Yeah, why
You're
do they climb
too
these damn
stupid.
poles every damn
I
time?
don't know.
What is with them?
I don't know. They think
Let's
they're
climb a
monkeys.
pole.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then the fallen lands cracks his freaking skull, and bye-bye. Unbelievable. Don't climb these poles, people. Learn from that person. You know what Philly needs to do? They have to, put something that blocks people from doing that, because it's happening too often.
Barbed wire around the pole.
Yeah.
It's like the Taylor Swift Bowl. God damn, 3 years in a row.
Mm-hmm. That's the big thing, too. Taylor Swift. Stay out of football. I'm sick of it now. I'm really sick of it
Once
now.
they break up, the Chiefs will never make the Super Bowl again. Guaranteed.
Yes. And Kelsey, Travis Kelsey, why do you talk like you're some thug or something?
I don't know.
Yo, what's up, yo, what's going on, yo?
And so I always liked him until the past couple years.
I know. Now I liked him
So
until
s-
Taylor Swift.
So sick of him.
I liked him until Taylor Swift, and now I'm like, I'm not a fan anymore.
Even his brother's getting on my nerves now.
Yeah. Well, his brother is riding off his coattails or whatever,
absolutely.
you know.
I can't do another Chiefs Super Bowl, man. So I'm not rooting for anybody.
You're rooting for whoever's going to win your money.
I want my money.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
If
Watch
the
some cool
Chiefs win,
commercials,
but
eat some food. I put it this way: I'm not going to be like, I can't walk out of the room. The game's on. No, I'm going to be like, no, I'm going to go.
It'll be
get
more
some
on
wings.
my phone or eating food and hanging out with family than it is
Yeah.
actually watching the game.
Yeah.
Let me know when the quarter's over so I can see if I won my bob. That's basically going to be it.
Exactly.
It's just it's. I mean, I know it's a historical thing, right? If they win again, nobody's ever done 3 in a row.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care. Mahomes, I think I mentioned it not too long ago on the podcast. He's kind of getting on my nerves now too. He started out as someone who I really liked a lot, and I'm like, wow, this guy is going to be something. This first year, I was like, he is really going to be something. A little bit more humbler, this and that. Like, I just feel like he's gotten a little cocky on me now.
And that is just that they throw him down our throats, man. You
Yeah.
know, and it's.
I am thinking. I think it's going to be a higher score game. I think it's going to be a high scoring game.
I don't
Just
know.
judging by these games that have happened recently.
They've only scored 30 points in one game, and that was last week's game.
Yeah.
The championship. The AFC championship was the only time they've scored 30 this year.
I feel like I'm thinking it's going to be the 31 Chiefs
Okay.
to 28 Eagles.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
I'm going 38
All right.
to 32
Okay.
Eagles. Saquon's going to run all over them.
Oh, so you're saying the Eagles are going to win?
I'm going Eagles.
I'm going Chiefs.
I'm going Eagles.
Did I say Chiefs?
You did.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
I'm going Chiefs. I think they're going to pull it off again because Mahomes just works magic at the end, and he always does something, and he gets them down to the end zone, and I think they're going to win by that field goal.
I think when you play somebody in a big game for the second time, you're going to be more prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Now they actually have a superstar running back in
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley.
That's all the Chiefs are going to plan for right now is stopping Saquon Barkley.
And you got A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
I do think the Eagles are going to come out on top. I do.
Yeah.
It has to be a real bad penalty game for them
Yeah.
to lose because I think
Yeah.
their defense is a lot better
Yeah.
than the Chiefs as well.
Well, this is one thing I'll say is that no matter what, if you don't like the Eagles, you don't like Kansas City, I think no matter what, it's going to be entertaining.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be a back and forth game.
Yes,
It's definitely
I
not
feel
going to
like
be
it's
a
gonna be
blowout.
back and
I don't think
forth.
it's going to be a blowout. You know what I'm not happy with? The halftime show. I don't know one song this guy even sings.
Who's
Kendrick Lamar. I couldn't sing one tune.
Yeah. I don't know.
And that's always like a something you look forward to. You know, you
Yeah.
want to watch the halftime show.
Yeah, it's true.
That I might take a poop on the halftime show. That might be like the poop. break.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I'll watch the halftime show. You know, I think it's, and they're trying to put a lot of stuff. I don't know. What's he have like beef with Drake or something like that?
Yeah, and he's gonna do his Drake diss song or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I'm there to watch football. I'm there to eat my buffalo wings.
Yeah.
You know, and that's that. And I'll be content with that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm probably going to my parents' house. They usually host a Super Bowl party. I'll probably leave in the third quarter to go home.
Yeah. At the moment, I'm probably just. Usually, what we do is we'll get some food from like Redwoods and we'll just get some wings and things, and we'll get a few nibblers, you know, and get a little bit more than we normally get as a meal, just to pig out a little, and then we'll do that.
Yeah, eat a little
Have
bit
some
during the
beers.
first quarter. You eat a little bit in the halftime.
You know, the big issue though with Super Bowl Sunday though. It's on Sundays.
It's on Sunday, and you got to go to work on Monday morning.
That's probably one of the most called out days of the year.
That's why they need to push that shit to
Saturday.
No, or President's Day weekend, where most people do have off on Monday.
That would even be better. Yeah, that would
only
be better.
2 weeks away.
Because you can
I
still
mean-
call it Super Bowl Sunday. Football's, I mean, when you think football, you always think Sunday. So it probably should be on a Sunday. But yes, on a holiday weekend, something
Holiday
where
weekend
people
would
are
be
off.
great.
Yeah, that would be great. But then again, I guess, I think that would be good. I was going to say a lot of people go away that weekend, but you can watch the Super Bowl anywhere. But, I'll be away that weekend, actually.
Well, yeah, where are you going?
Up to the lake. I think I'm supposed to be.
That's not away. That's your home.
Yeah, it is. But it's still not here. So, it's a getaway for the weekend. But anyways.
Whatever. Super Bowl Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday.
Are you going to do any prop bets?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to stay away from that this year.
Are you not going to do any bets? Like, other than box
Besides
pools?
my boxes? No, I don't think so.
Really? I might do.
I don't trust the NFL, and I don't trust the referees, and I don't trust it. I don't want to put my money out there for something that's going to be rigged or not rigged, but maybe guided toward one way.
Yeah.
I don't.
FanDuel, man, FanDuel was it Saturday? The Saturday games, I think it was. The last games.
Yeah.
That was Saturday.
Championship
right?
games. No,
Yeah.
Sunday. Last Sunday.
Oh, that was Sunday. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why did I think it was Saturday? I mean, I'm getting all my days confused. But yeah, Sunday's games last week. I did very small. I did like a $5 wager, but nothing. It was one of those like 5 to win 300 or something. But I was like, maybe I'll do something for the night games. But no one could get on FanDuel. It was crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, so many people were doing it that it was like shut down.
I don't know. It was shut down. I got some kind of email later on that they gave me some kind of credit. Like I didn't even. It's not like I bet any money, but they're like, we understand a lot of people were affected by this, and we saw that you placed it earlier. But I was like, okay, free money, sure. Sweet. So I'll use it. Think about that though. As a FanDuel, like you're offline right before one of the bigger games, not the biggest game, but it's a championship game. It's
it could also be with things are rigged and
how much money do you think they lost though? Think about that on people not placing bets.
Maybe.
It's got to be a lot.
Yeah.
It's got to be a lot.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? I mean, they make enough money probably, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, they
yeah.
I think I've only won like once on FanDuel, and it was like soccer.
Yeah. Yeah. I think last year I won the Gatorade was orange or something like that.
Yeah.
It was $5 to win $6.50.
It's funny that you say that because I had this conversation the other day. The only way you're going to really make money on FanDuel is you got to place the bets that don't win you a lot of money.
Yeah.
You got to place the bets that you're winning $5 here, $10 here. Or just place a bigger bet for the ones that you can win $5 here. That so where you're it's. I mean, obviously, I'm speaking. It's pretty obvious what I'm saying is the better odds are always going to be the time you're going to win.
They're those odds for a reason.
But the fun ones are always the ones where this player has to score a touchdown. This player has to run 50 yards. This player has to do this, and you're going to win $900.
That's the only reason why it's fun. They show you how much you're going to win when you spend $5 to win 900.
Yes.
And then you look at all those things and you're like, that's impossible. But I'm going to do it anyway because I can win 900.
Well, there was one where Saquon had to score 4 touchdowns or something like that, and what did he have 4 or he had 3? I don't know.
I think he had 3. I think Hurts had
Yeah, it's crazy. But what's your eating? What are you doing? You're doing wings. You're doing nachos. You're doing what?
Yeah, wings, nachos. Maybe like an Italian sub, 3-foot Italian sub.
Okay.
My parents have some people come over.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna make a spinach artichoke dip.
All right.
I'm gonna make a baked clam dip.
Okay.
And then whatever else they have. My dad will probably make like mozzarella sticks.
Nice. Oh yeah, you got a nice feast. So I'll probably be there like around 5.
Yeah, come on over.
All right.
Yeah, no, we'll be there.
I would.
Bring the Bourye.
I would actually consider it if I didn't have my 7-year-old son with, and then
bring him too.
He gets tired though.
To play with the girls.
He never lasts a whole Super Bowl, so
Yeah.
I don't think that would work.
You just come to eat and then you leave. You're like, thank you, folks.
Yeah, eat the food. All
Adios.
right, later. Yeah. It should be exciting. John picks the Eagles. I pick the Chiefs. Tell us what you think. Who do you think is going to win? And tell us why. I mean, I was thinking 3 points from the Chiefs winning, and John was saying something about, a touchdown or something?
I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be about a touchdown, yeah.
With the Eagles beating the Chiefs.
Yeah. I think the Eagles' defense is going to come through.
Yeah. We shall see.
Yep.
We shall see. Shout-outs, people. We've got Knob Creek. Knob Creek, their Bourye.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
I liked it. I liked the way they did it. I can see why they did that combination. It wasn't super. It wasn't as rye forward as I thought it'd be. I got nice notes on both ends. Got some of those bourbon notes, some of those rye notes. I think it was a solid attempt at it there. Yeah. And when you get a big company like Knob Creek doing it, you know that they spent the time and resources and all that stuff to try to make it the best they can.
Yes, sir.
They got the monies.
Yes, sir.
And
Manafirkin
out of Manahawkin,
that was
New
a
Jersey.
Manafirkin beer.
Yeah. Not bad, though. I mean, hey, as far as style, as far as what they're going for, creating that Pilsner, they did that. Absolutely.
They did.
You could probably drink a few of these because it's only 3.8.
Yes, sir.
Good solid stuff.
Yep.
Love it. And thanks to someone had gifted this, or you said something.
No, my brother. Yeah, my brother received this as a gift, and he gave it to me.
Yeah, he shared some love with that.
Yeah, he shared some love.
Yeah,
so shout out to my brother
Joey. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Happy Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, man. Have fun, people.
Cheers.
John. Cheers to you. All right.